We're coming to you live from the Staples Center. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. And powering into the first week of the new year, here's a brand new look at the power rankings. You look at the Rockets, they couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And looking at Orlando, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
Now the starting group for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rondo and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the 5 down low.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
And a deep three from James. That shot missing. So Orlando will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
That free throw good from Fultz. Right around midseason here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin, and there's some bad ones. There's ones that goes, you know, hey, guys, just wanted to bring us all here and say, man, listen, we could do a little bit better. We need to focus. I'll start with myself. I can be better on the boards. You need to be better guards over here. Those kind of meetings are good. Then there's the ones that say, listen, guys, we're going into playoffs. I need everyone to put the phones down. No more going out. Sacrifice. Tell your in-laws, tell your spouse, tell your family, listen, for the next month we're honed in, where we can't come back. And then there's the ones that you don't like, the ones that finger pointing, saying, hey, guys, I called this meeting because I'm tired of all of you. None of you are putting up. And then another guy says, wait, I'm not doing my job. You're not doing your job. And other guys come in and you kind of get how it goes. So a lot of different ways you can have meetings, but hopefully as a coach, you have great leadership. So at the end of the day, even if you have hurt feelings, guys come out better for it.
Shot clock at 2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Rondo scanning the floor. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Gordon's running, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
That free throw missing. And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Now here's Rondo, guarded by Fultz. Here's James. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Now Fultz. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous. Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Here's LeBron. Goes back up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
He's off on the first. And some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as we know, he's a four-time All-Star.
Yeah, one of the most honorary, toughest, and smartest players in the league. He devours films. I mean, he makes his son watch film. You see that his 4-year-old son is watching film with him. What's going on, man? But he's made it clear, once his playing days are done, he wants to be an NBA coach.
And he sinks the second.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Fultz looking around. He dishes it to Vucevic. Shoots over McGee. And it's Vucevic missing.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Caldwell Pope against Fournier. Aminu, the pass to Fournier. Inside. And the dunk by James.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
Fultz with the ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. It's stolen by Rondo. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And the dunk by James.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Now here's Fultz. The pass to Vucevic. Here's Fultz. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And it's the Lakers on the break. Davis against Aminu. The drive by James, and James throws it down.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
Now, here's Aminu. No points in the game yet for him. To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 10. On the wing, Davis. Passes to James. Shot from 12. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. James has got 14.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Magic. Pass to Vucevic. They need this one. The basket good off the assist from Fultz.
Now, that was a long time coming. Took them 5 attempts to get their first bucket.
The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Here's James. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic.
In many ways, he feels like he's playing his best ball right now when you talk about LeBron James.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Well, money well spent. I mean, for his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime.
And so he makes both from the line. And growing up, Chris, LeBron James always looked up to Michael Jordan, following in his footsteps. And like his idol, LeBron having success in the movies as well.
No one better to take that starring role. I mean, blockbusters, comedies. When his playing days are done, LeBron will continue to entertain.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there, no box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Fournier, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
So it's the Lakers now. 8-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
They played with energy and communicated well. It made things difficult out there.
Here's Fultz after Rajon Rondo's bucket. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. On defense, the Lakers. 10-point lead. At the elbow, Vucevic. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Rondo's got 5 points so far.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Outside Gordon. Back to Augustine. Magic moving the ball around. Vucevic gets double-teamed. Fournier finds Gordon. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
The Magic trail by 12. Here's Aminu. Rebounded by McGee. No one near James as he lets it go. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Gordon against Rondo. Here's Aminu. Here's Vucevic. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can.
Rondo wide open. McGee the pass to Rondo. Vucevic with the block.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Aminu dishes to Augustine. Pass to Aminu. Outside Gordon. The pass to Augustine. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Vucevic. The basket is good. The assist from Augustine. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the game to go. Lakers leading by 10. James outside. And here's McGee. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Davis, just his first attempt. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you got to love.
Right. Here's Ross, and Ross with the slam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And it's Bradley with the ball for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Now here's Kuzma. He's covered by Isaac. Kuzma can't get it to go.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Gordon.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And he makes the first. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll love
God.
it.
This
You
would
better
be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens, because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
And the wide open shot from Green. And the Lakers with another miss.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Birch kicks to Isaac. Bamba passes to Birch. And Davis sends it back. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kuzma with the ball. Bradley, no one around him. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here is Augustine. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bamba dishes to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Over Green. Ross, that's good.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish you.
Now here's Green. Passes it to Bradley. 1:53 left in the first quarter. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Now here's Ross. He has 6. Here's Birch. The shot is good off the backboard. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Ross with the steal. To the inside. And the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Lakers leading by 4. Now Green. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Bradley with the bounce pass. Here's Kuzma, and it's sent back by Isaac. They retain possession. Clock at 2. The offensive rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 11th in rebounding, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you mentioned how powerful he is on the boards, going full throttle at both ends every play. Really helping his team compete for wins. That free throw good from Bradley. Hey, Greg, when you evaluate Avery Bradley, the offense isn't what it once was, but the defense is certainly still there.
Yeah, Bradley has struggled with the scoring in recent years, but defense, that does not go cold. Still a menace to ball handlers, and his reach and length can suffocate perimeter players.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one every time.
Augustine looking around. Howard against Bamba. Back to Birch. Over Morris. The shot by Birch, no good. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point lead. Bradley with the ball. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Over Augustine, and Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got 6.
And you know what? While Bradley is focused on shooting more threes and less two-point jumpers, I mean, when you're feeling it, you got to let it fly, guy.
Pass to Ross. There's the triple. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers ahead, up 8. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Well, governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay, I mean, that's what has them in the lead after 1.
On the court for Orlando, we've got Isaac. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And there's Mohamed Bamba. And it's Birch in at the power forward. Now, here's Green. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And a miss there on the triple. Augustine against Bradley. Augustine passes to Bamba. Back to Augustine. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Kuzma passes to Howard. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin, you better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans. How loud they are. How they get on the teams. How they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy. First free throw is good. The sixth pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw. Potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
Now here's Bradley. 8 points for him. Kuzma can't get it to go. Ross on the wing, guarded by Green, and the shot goes in. And it's 8 points for Terrence Ross.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bradley kicks to Morris. Bradley deciding where to go with it. They get a hand on it. Pass to Kuzma. Buries it down low. Kuzma's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
The Magic trail by 7. Here's Fultz. Ross in the corner. Back to Fultz. From deep. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Fultz. And it's 7 points for Vucevic.
Wow, the solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad and you're going to regret it.
Here's Bradley. That's tipped. Now here's Isaac, guarded by Kuzma.
And look how fluid Isaac moves. It's like watching a guard, terrific at penetrating and using those long strides to get to the rim.
Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's Bradley off the drive, and it's sent back by Isaac. Count the basket. And the Lakers lead by 4. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The pass to Bamba. Down low. Vucevic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
The first one falls. And you look at the footwork of Vucevic inside, his moves and counter moves. Terrific.
Shades of Kevin McHale. And that's something he's continued to develop in the pros. A response to defenders who often surpass him athletically.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. LeBron comes in for Morris. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Danny Green. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Avery Bradley.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And at Utah, Kyle Kuzma restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now the wide open NBA style has unleashed his game.
And Chris, really a combo forward game for Kuzma. He's comfortable playing small forward as well.
Well, defensively, I think he's better on the wing. I mean, think about this. In high school, he was only 5'9" as a freshman. Man, did he grow. He has experience on the perimeter.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Kuzma. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game. So anything that takes away from team scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score. Don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too long.
Right.
Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight on the break.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Outside for Caldwell Pope. It's deflected.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. Here's Fultz. Following the basket by JaVale McGee. Fultz, the pass to Vucevic. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McGee. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
The blinding speed of Caldwell Pope is virtually impossible to match up with in transition. He just gets down the floor so incredibly quick.
Now here's Fultz. Not a lot of room. Gordon inside. Guarded by Kuzma. And it's Gordon missing.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
LeBron outside. Pass to Kuzma. Over Fultz. Here's McGee. Unable to get that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. Rondo can't get it to go.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea. You have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
Lakers leading by 7. Pass to LeBron. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Rondo. And here's Fultz. McGee with the block. Out to the right wing. All alone. And Kuzma with the basket on the assist by Rondo. Rondo's got 5 assists tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Fultz. 5 on the clock. Aminu misses.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been an easy lay.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
He's not using his head this quarter. He's got to get back to finding high percentage shots.
Here's Fournier. Dishes to Gordon. McGee with the block.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
With a break in the action, time for a rundown now of the most accurate shooters at small forward over the last 10 games. Third is Kyle Kuzma, and of course LeBron James.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percentage.
That's true, but can they also fill it up from outside? This is a group that can score from anywhere on the floor.
Free throw good, LeBron. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switcher also for Orlando. DJ Augustine's checked in for Fultz. And both free throws good for LeBron. The Magic trail by 13. That's tipped. Here we go. James heading to the hoop. And finished off by LeBron.
I like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
Rondo against Augustine. Right wing. Vucevic to the pass to Aminu. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the run. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Aminu's got his first bucket of the night.
It's crucial that Aminu remains aggressive. This is how he gets these type of opportunities.
Los Angeles leading by 13. Lets a floater go. Here's Davis. And he banks in the layup.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Augustine against Rondo. Pass to Gordon. Over Davis. And it's Gordon missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Got that bucket in no time at all. LeBron's got 22 points.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Ken Burge is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Rondo against Augustine. On the wing, Gordon. The pass to Birch. Kicks it to Augustine. Gordon, the pass to Birch. And Davis sends it back. He's got a clear path. Here's Caldwell Pope. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Absolutely relentless. They're in the flow and riding that wave for as long as they can.
And the foul on Ken Burge. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. Outside Rondo. The drive by James and the dunk by James.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
Now here is Augustine. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And it's Vucevic missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
The Lakers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. Just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
Howard's checked in for the Lakers. Bradley comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now here is Augustine. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Bradley. .131 left to play in the first half. Buries the long-range jumper. Fournier's got 5.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
It's Bradley on the wing, guarded by Augustine. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Low block shot on the way. Birch's shot's good. Birch has got his second bucket of the night. There's a minute left now here in the second. Lakers leading by 18. James outside. Passes it to Howard. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Shoots over Fournier. And it's Davis with the jam.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here is Augustine. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Birch. Just 5 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Good work there as it goes. 10 points for Vucevic.
He's been fantastic, but he can't do it all by himself. Some of the other guys need to lighten the load and step up.
James against Gordon. Now LeBron uses the glass to finish the layup. James has got 10 points in the quarter.
Coming off the screen, LeBron showing the poise. He runs this play time and time again.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 26 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
More often than not, Ernie, LeBron tries to involve his teammates early, but he came in ready to shoulder the load tonight. Terrific all-around performance in the first half.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Oh, you're so right, Greg. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Rondo and Caldwell-Pope in the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the center. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Here's Davis. Got a piece of it.
And love how high Fultz gets on these rejections, utilizing his terrific length to spike shots back.
Now, here's Aminu. The 10-footer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. His last 10 games, averaging about 7 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Hey, every symphony needs a conductor. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Here's McGee. Can't connect from short range.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now, here's Aminu. Left side, Gordon. Over Davis. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Magic. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
I love when Fultz gets a step on the defense. Once he does, he dares them to foul him.
The Magic have made 7 free throws and missed 3 in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Fultz.
But that's what I love about Fultz. He does a little bit of everything. Scores, rebounds, passes.
That one misses. Lakers leading by 17. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. And the Lakers with another miss.
I don't know what they drew up at halftime, but it ain't working. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Pass to Vucevic. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Oh, he's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
The drive by Rondo. The putback. They get it again. Here's Davis. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Magic trail by 15. Fultz with the ball. Fournier passes to Gordon. Here's Fultz. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Fultz has got 5 points so far.
And the talent Fultz has, it's evident. He's terrific at finding ways to score close to the basket.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Davis has the open look. They shoot again. McGee's shot is off. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Aminu. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. McGee with the block. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's James outside. Rebound by the Magic. And Vucevic kicks to Fultz. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Fultz has got 5 points in the quarter.
Superb at switching gears at a moment's notice. Fultz is flat out awesome at driving inside.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Here's Rondo outside for Davis. Can they get it? And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 7th assist here tonight. For Orlando, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
The Magic have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Gordon. And it's Ross in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Here's Fultz. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 16th rebound on the night.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Rondo finds Davis. Over Ross. Rebounded by Isaac.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Ross passes to Fultz. Green against Fournier. The Magic again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 13, and the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Morris is checked in. Green kicks to McGee. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers.
Get there.
Rondo dishes to Green. To the middle. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, that's just too easy for McGee. I mean, the minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
And it goes down 2 points. Isaac's got 7 points.
The timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
LA has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here is Rondo. He has 5. There's the pass to Kuzma. A beautiful reverse layup. Kuzma's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good at taking initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
Fultz, the pass to Isaac. Fast break, the Lakers. Kuzma with the ball. Got it. Good job in the low post. Kuzma's got 4 points this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
One-on-one here. Here's McGee. Tries again. He lays it in. 10 points for him.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
Bamba against McGee. Bamba kicks to Fournier from past the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Fournier's got 9.
Something going wrong with the D out there. He's one of the guys you got to be worried about on the perimeter.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Outside, Green. Passes it to Kuzma. And the shot is long.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And here's Fultz. He's got 9. Pass to Fournier. Trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him. And the dunk by Bamba.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Lakers leading by 14. Rondo kicks to Kuzma. Pass to Morris. Green against Ross. Outside Rondo, just 4 to shoot. High arcing shot.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
And here's Green outside, drains the three-pointer. And the Lakers lead by 17.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Fultz with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
LA's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Timeout called the Lakers. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Kem Burks is checked in for Orlando. Now here's Kuzma. He's got 10.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working to round out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
See Webb last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Oh yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding, still an area to work on.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Caldwell Pope, the Magic hitting the bucket. Here's Bradley. No good that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Now the pass to Bamba. Ross against Morris. Pass to Birch. Over Howard, and Orlando again with the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now here's Bradley. 8 points for him. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Howard. Orlando grabs the miss. Bamba's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Birch. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
Well, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive end.
So it's the Lakers now. The Magic hitting the bucket. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Bamba. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside Bradley. Inside, Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Wow, you see how fast he got off the ground? I love whenever Kuzma rises up to throw it down.
Fultz dishes to Ross. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Bradley. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's foul number 2 for him. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. Bradley finds James. That one falls. And now it's an 11-point Laker lead.
And James is used to scoring through contact. Doesn't matter what the D throws at him.
And the jam by Ross.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. James left side. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Orlando.
James is such a powerful player. Amazing at how he draws contact on the way up.
The free throw drops for James. Davis is checked in for Avery Bradley. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for Kem Birch. Aaron Gordon comes in for Isaac. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. He's off on the second. The Magic trail by 10. Pass to Ross. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Caldwell Pope against Augustine. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And stolen by Howard.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
You just have to manage the clock correctly. Or sometimes it's easier said than done if you also want to get a good look.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. The Magic trail by 12. On the wing, Gordon. Covered by LeBron. The tray. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Davis. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And so it's Los Angeles. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Right back after this break. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with DJ Augustine. And it's Aminu in at the small forward position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from Augustine. Now James. And he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 31 points.
It's been a clinical performance. He's played a huge role and has them in position to grab the W.
The Magic trail by 12. And Augustine kicks to Ross. Here's Vucevic. Excellent D from Howard. The Lakers shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Davis. Ross grabs the board.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
Lays it up off the glass. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Rondo with it. Outside, Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Fultz, he's checked in for Augustine. And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time on a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Now here's Rondo after the miss from Vucevic. Floats it up for James and stolen by Gordon. And Davis can't get it to go.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
And how about the attitude of Fultz? When he's taking it inside, he's aiming to hurt somebody's feelings.
Lakers leading by 10. Rondo passes to Howard. To the paint. Here's LeBron. The feed to Davis. Tries it again over Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The first free throw is good. And so he hits both.
I like that he's playing with an edge here in the second half. I mean, he didn't get to the line once in the first half.
Feeds to Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Dependable when it comes to sharing the wealth. Fultz, he's skilled at getting it to his guys.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The drive by James. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
And Kevin, this is why his teammates respect him. The hustle, the energy. You gotta love it.
And Vucevic kicks to Aminu. On the left block, a rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got his 16th rebound on the night. LeBron drives in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I mean, James is like a freight train moving to the rim. He's so effective at getting the D to hit him when he's on the attack.
And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. Both free throws good from James. And it's Fultz with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 14. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. They're in the midst of this long 6-game road trip. That will be game 4. Aminu down low. Working on James. 4 on the shot clock. Vucevic the pass to Gordon. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Lakers leading by 14. Outside Rondo. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And Davis gets it to go.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, and he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
The Magic trail by 16. Here's Fultz.
It's important that folks keep adding to his offensive arsenal. I love seeing him get hot.
And here is James. And the pass to McGee. Passes it to Davis. Over Gordon. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Gordon over Davis. And the basket by Gordon. Lakers leading by 14. Outside Rondo. Pass to McGee. He kicks it to LeBron. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
And he drops it in from the low post. James has got 35 in the game.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Now here's Fultz. He's covered by Rondo. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Fultz. 6 to shoot. Fournier for 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Aminu. And there's the pass to Fournier. The three-pointer no good.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And Vucevic kicks to Fournier. Back to Vucevic. Shoots over McGee.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Another miss by Orlando.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Tipped away. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Defended by Gordon. Pulls up on the wing. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. 21 points for Anthony Davis.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him and get that lead even bigger.
Here's Gordon. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's good. Fultz has got 16 here in the second half.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Now here's Rondo. Passes to James. And James throws it down.
He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. I mean, he's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
Now here's Fultz. Tight defense on him. Up top Fournier. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Left side Gordon. In the corner it's James. Uncovered. They grab their own miss. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, man, he's a big man who stays active and alert. McGee can cause problems on the glass.
See, Webb, if we lower the draft age back to 18, the league will take a larger role developing high school players. Your thoughts?
Well, I think I think it could be a safety net. You know, so many kids are vulnerable at this time, and they don't have a system, and that's why everything's kind of been messed up for players trying to figure out what is the correct system. How do I really get immersed? I want to be in the NBA. What is the right way? And I think the younger you are, the more direction that you have, it can only turn out to be a safer process, I would hope.
And getting better pro-level training, too, coaching.
Yeah, pro-level training, pro-level knowledge, pro-level relationships. I think it's a great thing by the league.
Fultz, the pass to Fournier. Back to Fultz. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Gordon, shot to stop the run. Again with the block. Making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
It's Fournier on the wing. Down low, here's Gordon. There's another block. You've got to have a better effort against him.
Sending back everything.
Kuzma can't get it to go. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for Orlando. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Some changes for the Lakers. Waiters, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Alex Caruso comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Ennis. Back to Birch. Clock at 6. Pass to Carter Williams. The high post shot. He can't hit that time. And the Lakers take it the other way. Waiters outside. Back to Cook. Pass to Caruso. Here's Davis. Stolen by Bamba. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Ennis has got the ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Take a break.
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it, get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Free throw good, Kuzma. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons, brother, out there in any of these games.
He gets that one.
Takes some strength to finish through that kind of contact, and Kuzma's definitely put in his share of work in the weight room.
1:52 left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Awandu, and here is Bamba. Over Morris. Nice shot there by Bamba.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you gotta get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the fourth. Here is Cook. Carter Williams covering. Cook kicks to Morris. And he lays it straight in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-gamer.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Anthony Davis.
Well, his defense gave them the spark they needed, protecting the rim with purpose. They were afraid to bring the ball inside against the big fella.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Here's Morris following the bucket by Orlando. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Awandu. Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
The activity from Bamba when he's playing with a high motor, watch out.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Waiters. And that one goes long. And it's the Magic with the ball. Now Carter Williams passes it to Birch. From 10 feet out. Shoots over Kuzma. Birch's shot's good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.